Welcome back to my channel. In this video, you will be able to state the geometric properties of three-dimensional objects or figures. Firstly, we need to know what is three-dimensional figures or 3D. Three-dimensional figures are solid shapes that are not flat. In the previous video, we know that two-dimensional figures are flat. But in three-dimensional figures, they are not already flat because it encloses already a volume. The examples of 3D figures are cylinder, cube, cuboid, cone, pyramid, sphere, hemisphere, or that is the half of the sphere, from the word hemi, which means half, and then sphere, and then triangular prism. Next, we need to know what are the properties of 3D figures. First, prism. Prism is a solid with two parallel opposite faces in the shape of congruent polygons, while all the other faces are in the shape of parallelogram. The congruent polygon is what you call the base of the prism. Let us prove that the figures below are prism. Okay, we know that prism has two parallel opposite faces in the shape of congruent polygons. What do you mean by congruent? It means, or the other term is the same or equal polygons. Now we have here in number 1, we have here polygons, and the opposite face is also a polygon, and that is rectangular. Since they are opposite and they are congruent to each other, then this or number 1 is what you call a prism. But there is another word. Since, okay, the congruent polygon is what you call the base. Since the base, this is the base, right? Because that is the congruent polygon. Since the base of this prism is rectangular, then the name of this 3D figure is rectangular prism. Okay, rectangular prism. From the word rectangle, because the base is rectangle. Okay, how about number 2? Okay, the two parallel opposite faces in the shape of congruent polygons, and that is our congruent polygons is here, and this is triangle. Okay, so this is now our base. Okay, since our base is triangle, so the name of this prism is what you call triangular prism. Okay, how about number 3? Okay, the congruent polygon is here, the opposite is here, and this polygon is pentagon, which has 5 sides. So the name of this prism is pentagonal prism, because the base is pentagon. Okay, so that is prism. Okay, let's move on to the next 3D figures, and that is, okay, cuboid. Cuboid is a solid which has 6 rectangular faces at right angles to each other. Okay, earlier we have prism, right? Because they have two parallel opposite faces in the shape of congruent polygons. Now we have here cuboid. Are they the same? What is the correct term? Is it prism, rectangular prism, or a cuboid? Okay, this figure below, okay, wait, this figure below is also, or The name of this figure is also cuboid, and we can name this also as rectangular prism. Okay, cuboid is a solid with 6 rectangular faces at right angles to each other. Since it forms right angle here, then that is cuboid, and it has 6 rectangular faces. Okay, let's count the 6 rectangular faces. This is first face, and then second, third, and then here fourth, and then here fifth, and then sixth. Okay, so that are the 6 rectangular faces. Okay, let's move on to the next, and that is cube. Okay, what is cube? Cube is a solid shape like a box with 12 equal edges, 6 square faces, and 8 corners. Okay, earlier we have the word cuboid, right? Okay, cube is a special kind of cuboid because we know that cuboid has right angles. In cube, we have right angles also here. That's why cube is a special kind of cuboid. Okay? But cube is special because cube has 12 equal edges. What do you mean by edges? These are edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They are edges. How about the 6 square faces? This is faces. 1, 2, 3, and then here 4, and then here 5, and then here 6. So there are 6 square faces and then 8 corners. What do you mean by 8 corners? Okay, have you watched a boxing? Okay, the referee said, in the right corner or in the red corner. So, corner is in here. Okay, that form 90 degree. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 corners, and that is cube. And in here, the next figure, this is what you call the Rubik's cube. Okay, next let's move on to the next 3D figure, and that is cylinder or cylinder. It's the same. Okay, cylinder or cylinder is a solid with 2 parallel opposite faces, which is called the base. Okay, there are 2 parallel opposite faces which called the base in the shape of congruent circles. Okay, what do you mean by circles? Round. So here we have congruent circles here. This is the first circle and then second circle, and they are opposite faces. Okay, they're opposite to each other, and the half of the circle is what you call the radius, and the height of the cylinder or here is what you call the height of the cylinder. Okay, next is pyramid. Pyramid is a 3D figure that has polygon base and at least 3 slanted triangular faces. The slanted faces meet at the common point called the vertex. Okay, let's prove that this is pyramid, or the given figure are pyramid. Okay, pyramid has a polygon base and at least 3 slanted. Okay, it starts from 3 slanted triangular faces, which is the base. Okay, so we have here triangle, and then it has a slanted faces meet the common point called the vertex. Okay, so this is vertex. So, since our base is triangle, then this kind of pyramid is what you call the triangular pyramid. Okay. Next, okay, we will take this number 4. What kind of a polygon is this? Okay, this is a square. So that means this kind of pyramid is what's called a square pyramid. Okay, let's take number 2. This is a quadrilateral, a special kind of quadrilateral, and this is rectangle. So this is rectangular pyramid. Okay, and number 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's mean this is, okay, hexagon. So that is hexagonal pyramid. Okay, so we have here. Check. Okay, so that is pyramid. Next is cone. Cone is a solid with face, which is called the base, in the shape of circle. Okay, so this is now our base because this is, the shape is circle, and the highest point is what you call the vertex. Okay, and then since there is a circle here, then the half of the circle is what you call the radius, and then half, or the line segment that divided our circle, is what you call the diameter. Okay, then remember, the altitude from the center of the circle to the vertex is what you call the height of the cone. And that's it. Next. Okay, sphere. Sphere is a closed curved surface. The distance from any point to its surface to the center of the sphere is constantly called the radius. Okay, we know already that this is radius, and then half is what you call the diameter. But if we are going to cut, if we are going to cut this, okay, if we are going to cut this, then this is what you call the hemisphere. Hemisphere, from the word hemi, means half of the sphere. Okay, next. So in here I prepared images, a 3-dimensional objects which we can find in our environment. Like for example, in the first figure, what do you think is this kind of 3D figures? And that is, okay, if your answer is pyramid, and your answer is correct. Next. Okay, so this is cube. Here, Rubik's cube. Next, this is a cuboid or prism, rectangular prism. Next, we have, okay, this is cylinder. We have a can, battery, we have a lot. Next, here, this is sphere. Okay, here is cone. Okay, quiz. Direction. Answer the following question. Number 1, what is geometry? Okay, so your answer is geometry is blah blah blah. Number 2, what do you call the figures that have length and width but no thickness, or simply say it's a flat figure? Number 3, what do you call the figures that have length, width, and thickness, or simply say it's not a flat figure? Number 4, it has a circular base and a single vertex. Number 5, what do you call the geometric 3D figure which has 6 equal faces? Okay. Number 6, a kind of pyramid that has 7-sided base. Number 7, the place where 2 or more edges meet. Number 8, how many vertices does a cone have? Number 9, how many vertices does a triangle prism have? And then last number, it is, or what do you call the 3D figure looks like a ball? Okay, so that's end our video. See you next video. Bye.